So this week I am starting on a 1967 Mustang convertible. This is a pretty sweet car. A lot of the rough metal work was done already. Really solid now. It has the Heights Pro G independent rear, which is really cool looking. I'm doing this car for East Coast guy. The car was started years ago and then the shop actually closed up. It had the BoyceCustoms front end in it, and customer decided he wanted to go with the Mustangs C6 setup now that that's out. So I picked the car up on Friday and I cut the BoyceCustoms stuff out of the front, and everything from Mustangs just showed up today. So I just got done unboxing it. And we got a lot of stuff here. So for those of you who haven't seen the new C6 setup yet, I don't know how many of them are out there. It is really cool looking. Kind of wish I had gone that route on my 68 Fastback. So I did the full front subframe because mine was crashed. Now since this car is solid in the front, we're just doing the cross member section, which it looks the same as the setup I had. Looks like Mustangs maybe went a little deeper with this. I think mine might have been laser engraved. That looks more like it's machined. So cross member, the motor mounts, the QA1 coilovers, the sway bar. I'm guessing this is the notch for the frame for alternator clearance. We got the aluminum C6 spindles, and things are weightless. It's crazy how light they are. These are your unit bearings. The upper and lower control arms are powder coated, so I'm not going to unwrap them. I'm just going to leave them packaged up until I'm ready to actually use them. The brake lines. The brown box there is the coil springs. I believe these are the arms for the sway bar, the splined sway bar setup. All of the hardware, steering shaft, tie rod ends, and then here is the Mustangs jack pad setup. This is pretty cool. My long front subframe had this, so this will actually get welded in underneath the front of the car like that. Gives you a nice heavy jacking point. But then you've also got these toe points here too, which have been great on my car. I use those a couple times that I loaded it on the trailer when I hauled it to get exhaust and when I hauled it to get the alignment done. We're also doing the Mustangs mini tub setup. You can see how they are flattened on the top. That's for the convertible. Make sure so when the top folds down, you can see the convertible wheel wells are flat on the top. So once I get the front suspension done, I'll be cutting these out, and I'll definitely post a video on the process I go through for installing the mini tub setup. So here's your tubs. Here is the pieces that go against the rail that give you an angle to weld against, and little pockets for that as well. Last box that came was the power steering rack. So I'll be getting started on that this weekend. I got a pretty busy week, so I won't be able to work on it through the week. But here's the rest of the BoyceCustoms stuff that I pulled off on Saturday. So stay tuned to the channel. I'll be posting some updates. The other thing I'll be doing is on the firewall. I'm going to be cutting out the area where the heater hoses come through. He's going to be doing most likely the old Air Products hurricane system like I did in my 68. So I'll be putting the Mustangs patch panel in there to get that moved over and get them heater hoses out of the way. So really leave me some comments if you got any questions, anything you want to see. Once all the suspension work is done on this one, I'll be painting the car gloss black, hanging the sheet metal, and then it's going back to the customer. He's going to do the assembly. And I believe this is getting a Gen 3 Coyote and the 10-speed automatic. So this is going to be a pretty wild ride when it's done. So stay tuned, and I'll be posting lots of updates as I keep working on this.